KSI Logan Paul and MrBeast have just dropped Lunchly. That's a Lunchables competitor. It's just like Lunchables. And DanTDM has called them out for it, which KSI and Logan Paul have responded to poorly, and they're getting a lot of backlash. Let's get right into it. So check this out. Lunchly right here, it's the exact same thing as Lunchables. I'm not even gonna lie. Nothing is that different with it at all versus Prime and Capri Sun. You're not gonna get Capri Sun, you're gonna get a Prime. And then there's gonna be a Feastables bar, chocolate bar in there instead of getting a Reese's Pieces or whatever. Now look, I respect the hustle personally, but the responses are really bad, and DanTDM called them out on it, so let's get into it. Hey, so this is the post right here that DanTDM dropped. It has KSI beyond triggered. Check this out. What happened to YouTubers, man? I cannot say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better. So that's a true thing. You know, I feel like a lot of YouTubers do want to just make money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like if you are selling something that's unhealthy to kids, when you have such a big influence, you know, that definitely can be looked at as just a money hungry thing. So Logan Paul responded and said, "I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. You don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead, but when we create a better version, you're upset, then don't eat it." Okay, now we're going to show the video response Logan Paul had, because it's obviously not as bad as what KSI had to say. He didn't have to say as much, but this is still like, I mean, let's just watch it.
Let me put this in the context. Imagine being a motherfucker who's angry that we made this. Crackers, bro? You mad because we made crackers? This is what you're mad about? Bruh. It's a turkey, real cheese, and cracker stack. And by the way, it's great. I mean, yes, we made nachos as well with queso, but I think if you're getting mad about nachos, that's a you problem. Oh, and the pizza. It's literally called the pizza. But same thing. Like,
dude, it's literally just a clone.
Like,
it's literally just a clone.
Favorites because we made pizza, crackers, and nachos? Let me put this in the context.
I mean, it's just a typical Logan Paul response. You know, he just kind of like goes off on a point where he's like, "Are you mad about this? You're just mad about that." I can understand like them feeling like they got attacked for no reason or whatever, but at the same time, Logan doesn't have the greatest reputation. KSI has been getting known lately for just being a little too cocky and egotistical and whatnot. I'm not going to speak on his character because I don't know him, but that's just the public perception of him right now. And yeah, you know, Logan's response, not a lot of people were liking this at all. By the way, I forgot to read the community note last one on Logan Paul, but it doesn't matter because check this out. KSI responded again, just a quote to you right here. It said, "Looks like crap to me." And basically, I guess DanTDM, you know, was selling these right here. Just little stick figures right here of, you know, DanTDM. And like, I don't know the example of why this is so crazy. I mean, it's just community notes got him though. They said not only has KSI worked with them before, the CEO of YouTube's Austin Long got his start by managing the Sidemen and was an executive producer on their YouTube Red show. So man, the community notes got him pretty good. But look, KSI had one too. With all due respect, bro, you have a YouTube's too. And then he said, "I'm not the one complaining and crying on Twitter, though. You missed the point." It's just not a great point because I feel like Dan's just like, why are we selling stuff just to make money? You know, why are we doing this when it's nothing good? I mean, this is just like a toy. I don't think it's that crazy at all. Comparing junk food to a collectible is crazy. You're smarter than that, bro. I don't know what's going on with KSI. Okay, look at this. But he was talking about food, JJ. He was sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? So yeah, you know, this is, I mean, that just looks like, yeah, it looks like a bunch of just snacks and stuff. But when you read the community notes, they say DanTDM posted this video on his third channel 9 years ago. So 9 years ago, he also did not create or have any stakes in Munch Pack. And, you know, that might be a little different. But I mean, community notes, they're defending Dan a pretty good amount, but still, it's just one sponsored video. Plus, he isn't claiming candy is healthy in the video. You guys own the company and are actively claiming it's a healthy lunch alternative. That's where the problems are. And that's a hell of a point right there. I mean, yeah, you know, when Logan and them are like, Prime is so much healthier. I mean, we just saw Logan and them say, like, it's better than Lunchables, you know, it's healthy. It's not. It's definitely not. You know, kids should be rather eating like a sandwich. And it gets worse. What happened to YouTubers, man? So he quotes everything that Dan just said and said, "Some dumbass YouTuber said this exact same thing to me the other day. Rather than complaining, crying, and trying to cancel YouTuber for creating a product, here's an idea. If you don't want such like a product, just don't buy it. Simple." And the reason why is because he quoted this Marquise Brownlee getting canceled for trying to sell a 50-year subscription for a wallpaper app. That's not the worst thing. It sounds kind of dumb that Marquise Brown. I mean, I don't know. It's it's whatever. I don't know why people would cancel him for that. That's not to the same amount of extreme at all. Still, I don't know why KSI is, you know, just letting Dan live rent-free in his head. Like, he doesn't have to keep, you know, dropping posts about this. Look at this. A lot has happened these past few days online, so here I am addressing everything below. So drops on my apology. It's not actually an apology. It's him just showcasing his song. If you actually click on the link, it says pre-save thick of it to hear my apology. And yeah, he's just trying to bait people to pre-save. It's pretty good marketing plan, I guess, you know, just to try to get people to save it. But at the same time, I mean, people are not happy with you right now, so kind of making matters worse a little. All right, this is KSI's video response to DanTDM. Let's see it.
How does this benefit your fans, Dan? Now, obviously, people didn't realize that I was shining a mirror in his face. Instead, they were like,
wait, you did the same as Dan. You made toys with tube heroes.
And yes, that's fair, but I'm not the one complaining.
I mean, that's the thing, guys. I used to really love JJ. Like, I think he was one of my favorite FIFA YouTubers ever growing up. I mean, for sure. And, you know, just watching him doing, like, the little boxing journey with him versus Jake Paul, that's been cool, you know, like, the little rivalry. I thought that was cool, you know, him making misfits. You know, even Prime. I wasn't hating on Prime, honestly, either. But what I've noticed over the last few years is, like, JJ has developed a lot more confidence. But with that confidence has come, like, you know, his lack of humility, like just having some humility, you know, being a little humble, man. Like, every time, you know, I watch any of his videos now or any responses or somebody's calling him out, he's just instantly just laughing it off, you know, calling them delusional, saying that, like, they're just going after him. And it's like, man, maybe you're in the wrong. I don't know. Maybe you guys are in the wrong. Like,
where was the same energy when Ryan Trahan released sweets? Where was the same energy when FaZe Rog released sweets? Now, I'm not throwing them under the bus because I tried both of their sweets and it's fantastic. It's actually one of the best, like, sweets I've had in a long time, especially American sweets. Like, it's a shame that, you know, I can't even get it in England. But anyway, I'm not seeing people going crazy towards them on Twitter. You know why? I've realized why. It's because people just hate us. People just hate us.
I mean, there's an extent to that. That's true. I'll give him that. Like, there has been just a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon that don't like KSI or don't like Logan, you know, which is unfair. But, you know, your guys' like response is just horrible. Like, you're not being at all like, you know, oh, it's not healthy. Like, and I know you're not supposed to say that, but, you know, it's just not right. It's just not right. It just doesn't sit well with me, man.
People hate Logan Paul, okay? They hate MrBeast and they hate me on Twitter, okay? When it comes to Twitter, Twitter is just a cesspool of the most depressed people on this earth. It's like 4chan, but worse.
I mean, that's
like
true.
It's like 4chan, but with lower IQ.
I mean, that part's true for sure. You know, there's definitely a lot of people that just are on Twitter 24/7 and just hate on there all day. But I feel like you can't use that as your, you know, back end point as to why, you know, things aren't going your way or why everyone's ripping on you just because Twitter is just a bunch of clowns and all this and that. It's like, there's a lot of people that use Twitter that don't get a lot of hate or, you know, to the extent that you guys do. But at the same time, everybody's going to get hate no matter who you are. So I don't know why he's bringing up this point right here. It's not that at all. If you look at the actual arguments people are having against it, it's valid. Like, when we're reading people saying, you know, you guys are trying to promote something that's healthy that's not, that's just valid, man. Okay, now let's ask ourselves, how healthy is Lunchly actually? Let's check this out.
Yes, but honestly, probably more so as a marketing tactic. The reason why? Well, let's look at the recently passed nutrition standards set forth by the USDA for school lunches and see how Lunchly compares. Going line by line here. Less than 10% of calories should come from saturated fat. Lunchly turkey, 23% of calories come from saturated fat. Less than 10% of calories should come from added sugars. Lunchly turkey, 10.4 comes from added sugars. But this is where things get really interesting, and for some reason no one has pointed this out. You see, USDA caloric guidelines say that a lunch meal for kids K through 8 should contain around 625 calories. Kids need energy to function, and calories give them that energy. Lunchly turkey contains only 230 calories, which would mean a kid would need to eat about 2.7 portions to consume enough calories.
So what is my final thoughts on this, guys? I mean, it's simple, man. It's just not healthy for kids. You know, Logan and KSI, I mean, Logan's already tarnished his reputation a lot, but KSI is just making himself look worse. He's got the most hate he's ever gotten right now. People genuinely just dislike him as a person now. And I think that's a bad trait if you're a YouTuber, man. I mean, and I know it's for the business, but, you know, they're letting the greed show a little bit, man. I just wish they would just, you know, try to make something a little better for the kids. And then if not, you know, don't go out there and just say it's healthy, man, when it's not. Yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Do you feel like DanTDM calling them out was unnecessary? Do you feel like they're in the right? Or do you feel like, you know, KSI and Logan are they're just too far gone right now, and they're just, you know, let the money get to them, man. So you guys let me know in the comments. Feels great making a video, coming back. Appreciate you guys as always. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and like what we say, Empire out.